Bloomberg, the nanny mayor of New York City who tries to control what people eat and smoke and do in public and elsewhere, shortly, just hours after this senseless shooting out in Colorado, he tried to make this a political issue. He tried to pin Barack Obama and Mitt Romney into coming out and declaring that there's too much gun violence and they got to do something about it.
And you remember, he says, don't jump to conclusions. Remember after the Times Square bomber happened, he said, look, don't think this is Islamic extremism. We found that it is. He said it could be someone mad about Obamacare.
Sure.
But he didn't take a lesson from his own words, because he immediately came out and went to his pet issue, and that is gun control. And Allison, he weighed in on it and actually did it on another network and actually called for something I think extraordinary.
All right, so let's listen to what Mayor Bloomberg had to say about this.
I don't understand why the police officers across this country don't stand up collectively and say, we're going to go on strike. We're not going to protect you unless you, the public, through your legislature, do what's required to keep us safe. After all, police officers want to go home to their families. And we're doing everything we can to make their job more difficult, but more importantly, more dangerous, by leaving guns in the hands of people who shouldn't have them.
All right, so there's a couple of problems with that statement.
Kinda.
Well, one, which we'll get to in a moment, it's illegal for the police officers to go on strike.
So he's calling for the police to strike even though they can't legally.
Basically, yes, that's it. But I mean, you said that it's his pet issue, and it is his pet issue. He is one of the mayors against illegal guns. That's an actual committee.
Hence, Plaxico Burress is going to jail when he shot himself in the leg, and he did for a year and a half.
He's one of the founders of this. He's been on it for 6 years. This is his cause. This is his cause célèbre.
Right, but just
this
the
is something that he has been talking about, not just because of this, for years.
But the fact that he would weigh in on this issue just hours after it happened, it seems so politically distasteful to many people, including Chris Christie, the governor of New Jersey, right across the river. Listen.
Well, let him go on strike in New York. We'll see how that works. I mean, Mayor Bloomberg is obviously passionate about this issue, and he's not restricting himself to staying out of politics during tragedies. This is a guy who's very outspoken, by the way, on not allowing politics to enter the tragedy of 9/11. I wish he would show the same restraint concerning this tragedy.
So Michelle Malkin makes a point that it's not just illegal for the police officers to go on strike, it's also, she says, illegal for the mayor to suggest or propose they go on strike. Here's Michelle Malkin.
Michael Bloomberg, who was an elected government official, essentially endorsed anarchy. He called on police officers who are paid and who are employed by the government to protect and to serve to go on strike. And then afterwards, he had to eat his own words because, of course, his lawyers probably reminded him of something called the Taylor Ordinance, which prohibits government officials from officially endorsing public strikes like this, which endanger the public. These people are not concerned about public welfare, public safety, or self-defense and individual empowerment. Because if they were, they would be groveling on the ground, apologizing.
Well, I just find it really interesting that we're talking about gun control, and everyone's some people are making this political issue, like the mayor and the governor taking them on. And we all know that the American people have responded. Gun sales are through the roof. And in Colorado, I think they were up like 40%, because people feel as though, whether you agree with it or not, if I'm sitting in the movie theater tomorrow and some idiot comes in with orange hair, I want to shoot him first.
And ultimately, what's going to happen? Will there be some changes to the gun laws? No, because people on both sides, including the president's spokesperson and Mitt Romney, have said, you know what? There is a lot of violence out there, but we've got a lot of gun laws. Let's just enforce the ones that are on the books.
And by the way, 2 of the last 3 days, much better tie than me.
You like this?
Yeah, much better tie.
This is look at this. Our buddy Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. And that's
In the
solid
fashion
gold
business,
blaze.
yeah.
It's amazing. He puts a Kruger in right there on every tie.
Right.
Look at that. And I don't know if you've noticed, but today I am dressed not in 50 shades, but one shade of gray.
One shade of gray. Good luck with the other 49. Hey, straight ahead.
Ladies, simmer down out there. He's one of the shades.
They never do.